Live tonight from the home and the capital of the sprint car of the world. The Knoxville Raceway plays host to another round of the wings only racing. This time it's the 360 winged sprint cars tackling this big half mile of a racetrack. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Stephen McMillan and special guest. We're going to call him a pit reporter tonight, Chris Nunn. Boys, welcome into the booth and welcome to the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway.
Well, glad to be here. For sure. Yeah, that's right. We're glad to be here, and it's qualifying time.
That it is. I think we had 24 drivers signing into the pit area at 4 tonight. So let's take a look at qualifying. We'll see the drivers coming out onto the racetrack right now. There is the Sharp Advantage Carpet Black Diamond Motorsports 1X machine. He is the son of Randy Hannigan. They call him the Little Hurricane. Mason Hannigan rolling out onto the speedway. He's been pretty quick over the past 2 or 3 weeks of action. He picked up a win at the Eldora Speedway in the 410s a couple of weeks ago. Had a bit of bad luck last week. In fact, it was about 4 weeks ago. In fact, it was. Jeez, time flies when you have fun. Garrett Pepiat with a 15.845. He goes to position number 1 as the times are about to chop and change all through this qualifying session, Steve.
Definitely a lot of chopping going on, and look at Mason Hannigan now. He's second on the charts, right behind Garrett, and you got Chris Fisher third, and he just dropped a couple spots, Brett.
Yeah, last week's feature win in the 410s at Fairbury Speedway, Trevor Royer, after he picked up the win, we were expecting some donuts, and he said, well, I don't know how to do them. I don't get to victory lane very often. We'll see if he can go quick time tonight. He improves his time. It is a 15.918. That is third quick as Nicholas Brooks on screen in the Ed Brown Trucking number 24 machine. Chris, you're getting another look here at the Knoxville Raceway. Just such an iconic racetrack to be a part of.
Especially with the full grandstands, probably one of the biggest grandstands you'll ever see in racing, and dirt track racing. You got the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame right there outside of turns 1 and 2. It doesn't get any better than that.
Nicholas Brooks timing in 13th quick. Ryan Sheed. If we can get him on the screen. There he is, the Black Diamond Motorsports 19 Designs Ultimate Dirt TV car number 10. He will set...
I had to laugh, Brett, when you said that, because isn't that the one I said a bad word on accident? Trying to pronounce his last name.
When you called him Ryan Shit?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. As he sets the time, 15.868, fourth quick. Can he go quick on lap number 2? No, a little slower. The 23rd and 24th drivers, take a look at this machine. Have a go at that. I love that race car. Don't love the driver behind it though, don't know him. That's Cody Terry, driving the Donny Shots Advanced Professionals, Ford Performance, Curb Records, Digital All, or Digital Alley. Number 15. You boys are a fan of Shots?
He wins too much.
Yes, that's not the question I ask.
He's okay.
He went down under.
Apparently, you love him.
He's not bad for a wing guy.
Hey, did he win some races in New Zealand this winter?
He doesn't go to New Zealand. He goes to Queensland.
Well, Queensland. I don't know where Queensland is.
It's in Australia. Nowhere near New Zealand, buddy. That's just like saying you live in Canada.
or you live in Texas. Dialed in too.
Yeah, he's not a bad steerer in the late model. All right, so we're just awaiting times. Top 24. The 24 field is separated by 0.531. So, boys, we'll just call it half a second. We'll round things up. And when you look at a track like Knoxville Raceway, we're probably looking at 3 heat races of 8 cars each. Means qualifying is just that little bit more important when it comes to putting yourself on the front row.
We're definitely going to have a great race tonight and probably have 3 heat races, I would assume. And, the top 4 at each heat race are inverted by times.
Just getting word through here on the YouTube chat. Young Barry Sorensen says, hello, boys.
Just had that birthday yesterday. 2 days ago now. Technically, it's after midnight here, so.
That's good enough for a technicality for me. I love a good technicality. He would have had... surely he would have had some red cordial. He would have had some sugar bouncing on the trampoline or getting in the jumping castle, right? Is that what 13-year-olds do nowadays?
And you see in the chat, Patricia on with us. Didn't see her on earlier tonight, but she says, "Hi, Brett. Hi, Steven, and hello, guest."
Yeah, she was probably watching.
Hello.
She was probably watching other broadcasting companies, right? She claims to be a top fan, right?
All right.
I mean, she was siding with other people a couple of days ago when you were doing it, Steve.
Right. We love you, Patricia. I told her last night when she's not on and we start to wonder about her, make sure she's okay, because she's always checking on us how good we're doing.
All right, let's take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Heat race number 1 here at the Knoxville Raceway in the Wings Only Racing League. Ernie Williams going to start on pole in caliber 91. Alongside him is his teammate in caliber 90. That's Trevor Roy out of position 2. Well, continuing the trend of Black Diamond Motorsports. 3 of the 4 drivers here tonight going to make their way in heat race number 1. Ryan Sheet, caliber 10, will start position 3. Garrett Pepiat will roll off in position number 4, Steve.
All right, position number 5 is going to be car number 29. It's going to be Jacob Hampton on his outside. At car number 24, he throws the books at you. It's Nicholas Bucks from the Midwest. Starting 7th is Cody Terry in that 15 machine. And bring it up the rear. At car number 32, it's going to be no other than William Duvall II.
Yeah, we're not surprised at him starting position number 8, right, boys? Super. He calls himself a late model guy, but yet here he is in a sprint car.
One thing I don't want to throw in his face because something tragic happened, but he couldn't make a show in the World Thunder 410 race. His girlfriend at the time makes the future race and finishes, in the top 10?
Top 10, I think it was 8th or 9th.
That just tells you something.
Imagine being shown up by a girl. Just imagine. You wouldn't read about it, boys. You would not read about it.
Patricia, we know. We love you. We're nice to you. Brett better be nice. I'll knock him out for you.
Did you buy some painkillers or something with that new microphone that you got, Steve? Because you're a little bit high at the moment.
Nah.
You must have bumped your head on that horseback ride.
That's right. I just can't believe the person stole my money, so I couldn't ride the elephant.
Maybe you should have gone with the goat then.
Right.
Oh, no, that's at USA. My bad. Sorry. Totally different racetrack to what we're at. All right, Knoxville Raceway, Wings Only Racing League, 360 Winged Sprint Car Series. Initial start is on the leader. Here we go. Black Diamond, positions 1, 2, and 3. And we are green as Ernie Williams Jr. Now Ryan Sheet to the inside on Trevor Roy down through turn number 1 and 2. Then you go back to Garrett Pepiat in that yellow and black number 4, yellow and grey number 47, I should say. He's back down to position number 4. Sheet to the inside, he catches the inside berm. And right now, Royer to the outside moves into position 2.
That's right. As you look at Sheets, he's in that 3rd spot, but look out, the 47 machine on the outside trying to take over the 3rd spot. They go into turn number 3. They're going to be side by side as they exit turn number 4 down the front straightaway. And at the line, it was really close, but Sheets had it.
Yeah, Ryan Sheet is trying to hold on to position 3, but Garrett Pepiat will stick to the outside of that 47 machine. Here is the battle for 3rd and 4th on screen right now. Ernie Williams Jr. comfortable out in front by about a quarter of a second as Trevor Royer working hard on the wheel right through turn number 1 and 2. 10-lap heat races here tonight. All cars going to make this show. There is 24 cars in tonight's field, and 24 will start the main event as Pepiat around the outside of Sheet. That's your battle for 3rd and 4th. They continue to go side by side through 1 and 2, Steve.
Down the back straight away. Now they're single filed out top 5, or actually the whole field. They go into the bottom groove there. They're going to be exiting out turn number 4, running the middle line down in turn number 1. You look at Ernie. We're on board with Ryan right now, as you can see. I'm totally lost.
Jeez. You try and give you some information in the background, you just don't want a bar of it, but take a look at Pepiat now, moving to the inside on Trevor Royer. Here comes Sheet, closing in on the 47 machine, down through turn number 3. Low side, there's nothing in it between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and even your race leader. Have a look at the 4-car battle as we go down into turn number 1 and 2. Steve, it is on right now for the top spot.
You can definitely throw a blanket over the top 4 cars so they're side by side for the lead out of turn number 4. Look at Garrett to the race lead at the line. Now they're 3 wide going to turn number 1. A little contact there. Now Ernie Williams Jr. in the lead down the back straightaway with the car number 90 of Trevor Royer in second. He's going to look underneath of Williams out of turn number 4.
1 lap to run and Trevor Royer holds on to the top spot. Williams riding in second as he gets a run on the outside, side by side. It is on for the race lead down into turn number 3 and 4. They'll come off for turn 4. They'll drag race to the start-finish line. Trevor Royer wins second. Was very close between Pepiat and Williams. And it's going to be Ernie Williams Jr. second, Pepiat third, Sheet, Books, Hampton, Terry. And no surprise, BJ William Duval in position number 8, Steve.
Definitely. One thing we learned, I can't watch 2 screens of the same race.
Figure that out very, very quickly, Steve. Heat race number 2. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. And, well, Chris, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go us through the first couple of rows here in heat number 2?
All right, we'll see the 115 of Eric Tupper on the pole. Outside of him, Lance Christie at 42. Row at number 2 on the inside, Peyton Grease in the 292. Outside of him, it's a little hurricane. It's Mason Hannigan.
Position 5 into the 49 of Jeffrey Herrick and Dakota Dillon will line up at a position number 6. Ronald Piles and Tyler Matheny will make up positions at number 7 and 8. All right, boys. Steve, you know the drill. Let's pick a driver that comes home in a particular position. Chris and I done it in the sprint cars, and I think we went I think I got 1 right out of 8 races, and I think you ended up getting 2 right.
Yeah, so I somehow lucked out and got 2. I'm not sure how I did it.
Yeah.
What am I picking?
I'm calling cheats on Chris's behalf. Position 3, boys.
All right, position 3 is going to be, let's see here, car number 42, Lance Christie.
I'm going Jeff Herrick.
What did I say? Position 3. I'm going to go Tupper wins from Grease, and Hannigan's going to finish 3rd.
Well, you know what? Let's let Chris start off this race, and I'll be quiet and just let y'all 2 announce this heat race.
Roll Tide, roll.
We have got a hard act to follow in that first heat race. You could less than a second separated first through 4th in that first heat race.
It was a very tight one. 3 Black Diamond drivers up against Garrett Pepiat. And Walt Pepiat must have thought, how do I get away from these Black Diamond cars? They just keep appearing in front of me.
Looks like the pace truck's going to roll in, and the green flag is out. Quick start there by Eric Tupper. He'll take him down the front straightaway. Peyton Grease in that second spot. Track heavy and tacky, as it always is here at the Knoxville Raceway. As they move down the back straightaway out of turn number 2. Car sideways, contact in the back.
Yeah,
let's see if they made it through.
Yeah, it looks like everyone making it through for the moment, except Mason Hannigan. He starts falling back to 8th position. So right now, whoa, Lance Christie into the wall and upside down. We stay green for the moment here on lap number 2. And Jeffrey Herrick in the 49 machine has got position number 3 at the moment. He's going to have a bit of pressure here from the 39 of Dakota Dillon.
And out of the front straightaway they go. Tupper, Grease, Herrick, your top 3. Herrick, the car that I picked, to finish 3rd. Currently sitting in the 3rd spot. Dillon and Matheny round out your top 5 as the field starts to stretch out a bit. Grease, though, he is catching Tupper as they come out of 4.
Less than 0.2 of a second at the moment between Tupper and Grease. Lap times starting to get to the low 16s. We're almost getting to the mid 16s, 16 3s and 16 4s at the moment for your race leader. There's a 1/10 of a second as Peyton Grease closing the gap on your race leader. Boy, I would have loved to have been out there here at the Knoxville Raceway, but this track at the moment, I cannot run tacky tracks here at Knoxville.
This track is sticky as it can get. Grease now to the inside of Tupper. He'll take the lead away. Out of turn number 4. A little bit of contact they make. Down the front straightaway, it's Grease, Tupper, and Herrick, your top 3. 1/10 of a second separate first and second, then 6/10 back to 3rd. And Herrick thinking, hey, maybe these 2 guys will take each other out and I'll win the heat race.
Well, anything's possible here. 360s at the Knoxville Raceway. The Wings Only Racing presented by Green to Checkered Racing again. Top two at the moment. Peyton Grease, Eric Tupper. And you go back to Jeffrey Herrick. And look at Hannigan back there in fourth. Well, now he's going to get shuffled back to fifth. But no, with the crossover there, Matheny tried to throw the slider on Hannigan. Hannigan already working back underneath the Zol race side by side down into turn number 1.
Good race between Hannigan and Matheny down there, down the back straightaway. Hannigan has worked his way back up into that fourth spot after that slide job there from Matheny. Now Hannigan going to cross back over. I believe we have 2 laps remaining here in the seat race as the battle's starting to shape up front. Top 3 running nose to tail. And here comes Herrick now.
Well, tell you what, here he is, the 49. He's working upstairs. He'll look to cut down to the inside. No. Tagged the back of the 115. He backed out of the throttle. 1 lap left to run for Peyton Grease. In fact, it'll be 2 more turns this time by, Chris.
Down the back straighter for the final time here in heat race number 2. It's going to be Peyton Grease out of turn number 4. He'll pick up the win over Eric Tupper, and I pick the third place car. It's Jeff Herrick finishing in that third spot. Mason Hannigan 4th, Tyler Matheny in 5th, and it's Ronald Piles, Dakota Dillon, and Lance Christie.
I told you he cheats, Steve.
I will tell you what.
Is in chat that you are not nice there, guys.
Well, Patricia, I'm going to say this. I hope you do get feeling better. Sorry you've been feeling bad tonight. But let's get ready for your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 3. All right, starting on your front row, it's John Brett Klimowick. And the only reason why I wanted you to say that is because I watched Jesse Pate slaughter that name, and I'm just like, that's me. I'm going to slaughter it, and of course, it's on the front row.
Oh, you did teach him well.
I did. And on his outside, in car number 2, it's going to be Wyatt Brown from California. Starting on your second row inside, at car number 15, it's Brandon Steele. And on his outside, at car number 47, no other than Devin Butts.
And our next row, we'll see Chris Fisher. In that 5 car outside of him, Brett Rolls. And in row number 4, we'll see Josh Flood. Outside of him, it's Evan Harvey. See, now I was going to go with Klimowitz, but I'm not sure either. Klimowitz.
Pretend the Z.
Well,
pretend the Z is a K and an S. Klimowitz.
There we go.
I will never remember that when it comes to feature race time.
What about Nathan Kropajeski?
Love it.
Thanks.
All right, boys.
All right.
I'm going to step out of this one.
Let's pick the winner, Chris. Who do you think's going to win?
Going Wyatt Brown.
All right, and I'll go with Brandon Steele. As we come out of turn number 4, the flagman going to wave the 1 to go signal, and we'll turn them loose.
Can I pick?
Yes, go ahead and pick, sir.
The guy that comes across the start-finish line first after 10 laps.
I knew that. I seen that coming from a mile away.
Well, Brett, after this race, maybe we can tell about my incident in the hospital. I'm sure they'd love to hear that.
Oh, dear God.
Story time with Steve McMillan coming up after this heat race.
All right, we're 2 by 2. Fixing to turn loose out. Turn number 4 is going to be John, I'm not going to say, Klimowicz and Wyatt Brown bringing us to the green flag. No thank you. Pace truck pulls off. Green flag is out. John on the loud pedal. We're racing in heat race number 3. You see John go to the middle groove. Look at, still trying to make a move in the inside. For second spot, cannot make it happen, but he is side by side with Wyatt Brown.
Wyatt Brown in that inside spot. Brandon Steele still holding that second spot. It's John K up front. That's what I'm going to call him. That way I don't butcher his last name. He's John K, and he's out front over Brandon Steele, and now Devin Butts has worked his way into that third spot.
Devin Butts, you see, going into turn number 3. The top 3 run the high line out. Turn number 4, down the front straightaway. John K leads lap number 3.
This black gumbo here at the Knoxville Raceway, heavy and tacky, just like the way we like it. Brett doesn't like it tacky, but hey, we do. And here comes Steele now to the inside of Klimowicz. Out of turn number 4, Klimowicz going to come back to the inside, almost take the lead back away from Steele, but here comes Devin Butts now.
That's right. Butts on the outside, down the back straightaway. They're side-by-side dragways. Contact Into turn number 3, Butts will take the second spot. They'll come out turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Wyatt Brown underneath the 34 machine, and he takes third away.
I thought someone was going to get smashed into the wall there down the backstretch in that final lap. Everybody made it through straight and narrow, and it's still Brandon Steele out front by almost a half a second over Devin Butts. Butts, that was your pick to win this one, I believe, as he's coming out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Down the back straightaway we go, and you look, there's right about 6-car length advantage over Brandon Steele has on Devin Butts, as they're coming out turn number 4 to complete lap number 6.
Laps clicking down here in heat race number 3 as they roll down the back straight. The final heat race of the night. Once again, a quick and easy program here in this Wings Only Racing 360 Sprint Cars here at Knoxville Raceway on Ultimate Dirt TV. Butts just has a handful of laps to go to try to reel in Steele here at Knoxville.
As we saw Chris Fisher, and actually we're on board with Butts right now, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Look at the line that Steele's running, totally different from Butts, as the Butts will exit turn number 4 off the bottom.
Looks like he about slapped the wall down the backstretch on that last lap. He's going to try to catch in again. That distance closing now between he and Steele. 0.2 of a second now as Steele tries to slide up the racetrack. There's going to be 1 lap to go. Steven, can he get him?
He's trying. As you look right now, we're on board with looking backwards from Steele. As you see right now, you see Devin Butts going to go to the inside for the final time out of turn number 4. Let's see. It's going to be Brandon Steele with the win. Devin Butts second. Wyatt Brown third. John Kay in 4th. Chris Fisher in 5th. Brett Rawls in 6th or 7th. Josh Flood comes home 6th. And Evan Harvey comes home 8th.
Man, I tell you what, Butts just ran out of laps. I think he would have got him with a couple more laps, but unfortunately it was only a 10-lap race for him.
That's right. We're in a 2-minute warm-up here. And Brett, go ahead and tell about my story to ER. I'm sure Patricia would love to hear the story.
Well, like you tell the story better, but just for the simple fact that it happened to you, not me. So,
well, I was in the hospital for about 4 days because of this quarantine. And what it was, being quarantined, or stuck inside for social distancing, you get kind of bored. Well, back when I was younger, I used to go horseback riding. And I got on the horse, and it started off slowly. I was okay. Got a little faster, and then suddenly it started shooting off. Well, it kind of freaked me out. I fell off the darn horse. My foot was stuck in the strap, or whatever it's called. We had to get the Walmart management to unplug the stupid horse. And can you believe the manager took my coin so I wouldn't ride the elephant?
unbelievable. How dare you know what, Steve? I'm gonna send you over some PayPal money. I want you to take that PayPal money out. I want you to go get some quarters, and I want you to go back there, and I want you to go ride that elephant.
Thank you. I wanted to. I mean, I sure, it'd been a lot easier. Do you remember one time we was announcing at a track and someone said, what was it, a deer went through a radiator?
Yes. USA late models it was.
Out over the broadcast, this person kept on chatting, telling everybody a deer went across the track, and it didn't take out the car, it took out the radiator, the car kept on going.
It didn't take the front bumper out with it, it just took the radiator out. So it somehow, while the cars were racing around, it had opened the bonnet, and had just taken out the radiator, that's it.
So if you followed Ultimate Dirt TV for a while, that's where this horse thing, made it so funny between me and Brett, was just because it'd be something I would say or do. And guess what? It's future race time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I believe we are looking at a 30-lap A-main event here, so we'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, see how these drivers line up in tonight's A-main. Pole position tonight in caliber 47. That'll be Devin Butts and Eric Tupper will line up at a position number 2. Ernie Williams Jr. makes his way out of position 3, and Brandon Steele will line up at a position number 4.
Starting 5th tonight, at car number 292 is Peyton Grease on his outside, car number 90. Black Diamond Motorsports driver Trevor Royer. Starting 7th, your 4th row. Car number 47 is Garrett Pappett. On his outside, and car number 49H is no other than Jeffrey Herrick.
In our next row number 5, we'll see Wyatt Brown in the 2 car outside of him. That'll be Ryan Sheet in the number 10 machine. Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan. He'll start 11th, and starting 12th, we'll see John K. It's John Klimowicz Jr. in starting position number 12.
13th, there's going to be the 24 of Nicholas Brooks and Tyler Matheny out of position number 14. Chris Fisher out of 15th, and Jacob Hampton rolling off position number 16.
Starting 17th tonight is Ronald Powles in car number 68 on his outside. In car number 7 is Josh Flood. Starting 19th is Cody Terry on his outside. Dakota Dillon.
Starting in the 21st position is going to be Brett Rolls, and number 17 outside of him, it's BJ William. BJ Duval, crowd favorite here in the number 32. Our next row, we'll see Lance Christie in the 42, and outside of him, Evan Harvey in 33.
There we go, the 24 cars and stars. Look at the fireworks. Ain't that just a pretty looking sight around Knoxville?
I am a sucker for pyro.
Yep. Bang, bang, baby. Bang, bang is all we've got to say about that. And the fireworks.
I got that bang, bang, bang.
I think you got a bit too much bang for your buck riding that horse ride too, Steve. All right, boys, quickly, who's getting the win? Chris, we'll start with you.
We're going to go Devin Butts for the win.
Steve?
I'm going to go with Little Hurricane.
Oh, he starts position 12. You boys make it all too easy. I'm going with my boy Ernie EWJ, mate. Ernie Williams Jr. Here we go. It's time to get dirty for 30 here at the Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world. And our A-main is underway with Devin Butts leading Ernie Williams Jr. down into turn number 1 and 2. Tupper will go to 3rd, then Brandon Steele on the outside of Peyton Grease as they make their way into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time tonight.
Well, you look, they're coming out turn number 4. Devin Butts going to lead lap number 1. He goes to the bottom of turn number 1. As you look at your third place, Peyton Grease tried to get around Ernie Williams Jr. Could not make it happen. Down the back straightaway.
Right now.
Keeping an eye on that 47 machine of Pepiot. He has got that thing glued to the bottom of the racetrack, guys. That's the car I've been watching. He was going to be my dark horse pick tonight.
Well, he's running back there and trying to get into the top 5. They'll go 3 wide. Royer right through the middle of Pepiot and Eric Tupper just in front of them. It's Peyton Grease to put the move on Brandon Steele. Meanwhile, the gap is closing in on your race leader. Down into 1 and 2. Ernie Williams Jr. climbing all over the tail tank and the rear crash bar. In fact, he gives a little bit of a romance with a kiss on the rear bumper as here comes Grease going the daily double slide up into turn number 3 and 4.
They're going to exit turn number 4 down the first straightaway. They're 3 wide, and look out. Ernie Williams Jr. looked like he gets the rough end of the stick. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, or back straightaway. You look at Butts there in car number 47. He's starting to pull away from Grease out of turn number 4.
Wow, you saw some contact there between, I believe that was the Grease machine and that black car of Steele. Steele dropped about 4 spots down there after you come down to turn number 4.
Oh, Steele catching the inside berm. He'll slide up the racetrack. Royer around the outside, but take a look at again. Ernie Williams Jr. They go 3 wide. Mason Hannigan up on the inside. Oh, Steele giving a bit of a right side romance kiss to Eric Tupper, and there goes Ryan Sheet. So this battle between about 5th through to 10th. The drivers are chopping and changing. Yellow flag is out.
Man, that was some dicey racing there between 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
I think it was
Definitely throw a blanket on them.
just goes to show that the racetrack right now, although it's still fairly tacky, I think they give it a bit of a good old scratch just to bring a lot of moisture back up, but sometimes this racetrack is better off just left untouched at the moment.
Keeping an eye on that, your leader, it is Devin Butts. He ran a good race up front. Peyton Grease also pretty steady. And Ernie Williams, I thought he was going to take the lead away from Butts there for a second. Then he got crossed up, I believe, after they made contact.
Yes, definitely. You look right now, it's Devin Butts, Peyton Grease, Ernie Williams Jr., Garrett, Trevor Royer, and Brandon Steele, your top 6.
Does this freak you out that I've got access to control the onboard cameras and move it around?
I like that. You can see right in his eyes.
What do you think he's thinking?
Don't look at me.
Don't step on it. Right there. It's a good view. Eyes of steel from Devin Butts.
All right, now we're starting to double up. We're going to go green flag racing out of turn number 4 for this restart. Lights are on the base direct. Single file restart. Nose to tail. Devin Butts is your race leader as we'll go green on lap number 11.
Yeah, these laps, I thought they went to the caution laps not counting, but I actually think there's a bug here, Steve, with when you go to caution laps not counting, I think it generally throws someone at the back of the bus into the race lead a couple of times. So.
Yes, it has done that. Definitely firsthand, I know it. Pace truck pulling off. We're fixing to be green flag racing with Devin Butts bringing us. He's dropped the paddle. We're off. And it's turn number 1.
Out of turn number 2 they go. Good race here from Butts. And right behind him, the Avon, Indiana native Peyton Grease, the youngster, trying to get around him. Out of turn number 4, Brett. He about hit the wall.
Yeah, he drove it in deep. He was thinking it was Brett Favre and trying to throw the big Hail Mary pass for a Super Bowl win, but I don't think Favre ever got there, did he? I'm not too sure. I'm not a big fan of NFL, but right now it's like a tennis match going on between Devin Butts and Peyton Grease. They'll race side by side off of turn number 4, and Peyton Grease will get to the race lead in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. But here comes Butts once again.
Butts is trying to catch up to Peyton Grease into turn number 3. You're going to see Grease to the bottom. He's going to slide on it up. On exit, he's running that slider line, trying to make it a little bit faster for him. As right now, you look a little hurricane. The person I picked to win tonight's race is currently sitting in that 4th spot.
Good run by Pepiot trying to get around to Hannigan, but Hannigan able to hold Pepiot at bay as they roll out of turn number 3 and 4. Top 3 cars running around, but it's Hannigan. I'd say probably about a half second behind 3rd place right now as Pepiot about closed in on pretty quickly.
Yeah, watching Brandon Steele come back at it as well up on the top side of the racetrack in that black Brandon Steele, the Steele Cycle number 5 machine. He'll get around the outside of Pepiot on the front straightaway. They'll go to side by side. Royer and Sheik going to battle it out side by side as well. So 2 by 2 past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum and Ernie Williams Jr. You've got company in Mason Hannigan on the low side.
They're side by side at the flag stand. Mason Hannigan has a 3rd spot. Goes into turn number 1. He's going to slide in front of the 91. Ernie Williams back underneath him down the back straightaway. He takes back to 3rd spot.
Oh, and Hannigan got crossed up there on the cushion. He'll try to diamond back down and get some momentum to get back around Ernie Williams Jr. They'll drag race down the front straightaway. It was Hannigan by a nose there for that 3rd spot. Top 2 cars pulling away from that battle for 3rd, however. It is Grease, Butts, and Williams, your top 3.
Hannigan continued to work low. Then you go back to Brandon Steele to round out your top 5. And Garrett Pepiot, Ryan Sheik, Trevor Royer, Lance Christie, and Jeffrey Herrick. That is your top 10 at the moment. And again, you're watching on screen the battle between Williams, Hannigan, and now Brandon Steele coming after 3rd and 4th into turn number 3 and 4 with just 11 laps left to run. Steve, it's all Peyton Grease, but just as I say that, the yellow flag is going to fly, and this will bunch the field back up, and we're going to have about 7 to go when we go back to green.
Well, you know what? With Ernie Williams Jr. and Mason Hannigan battling, that allowed Brandon Steele to catch up to him. And, you know, this restart here is going to actually probably help out Devin Butts in the car number 47. That's now in 2nd spot. And it could help out Brandon Steele in 5th.
Peyton Grease from one of the winged sprint car capitals of Indiana, from Hopstad, Indiana, currently living in Avon. So two sprint car hotbeds. A lot of drivers coming from Avon, so he knows the sprint car group pretty well. Does Peyton Grease, and he's got that thing out front. He is running a good race.
Well, when we go back to green, we'll just see when the lights are off on the pace track. I think we're on a 2 to green signal right now, so we're going to have about 8 laps left to run. You can see the iRacing.com pace track Peyton Grease at the moment. He's just got that thing just dialed in nicely at the moment, and I think that this caution, Steve, it might be exactly what Mason Hannigan needed, as he was battling with Ernie. And if those 2 drivers get a move on, if they go upstairs in 1 and 2 and bottom 3 and 4, it might just be the quickest way around this half a mile of a racetrack.
Definitely, and it's going to be a guessing game. Wherever the 91 goes, the 1K car will go the opposite into turn number 1. That's how you're going to make your move. But lights are out of the racetrack. We're fixing to go green flag racing, hopefully for the resumption of this race. Peyton Grease in that 292 machine, bringing the field out of turn number 4. Racetrack pulling off. Peyton Grease. He drops the hammer. We're racing. Oh, look at Ernie Williams Jr. getting around Devin Butts there at the flag stand. And look at Brandon Steele splitting the Black Diamond Motorsports guys, but they're going back around him into turn number 3.
And how about that run from Hannigan on the bottom of the racetrack? He's worked himself into that 3rd position as they work out of turn number 4. He'll hold the spot by a car length over that 91 machine of Williams. And here comes Steele now to the inside of Williams, Brett. That's a good battle brewing right here.
Yeah, it really is. Steele just falling back to Mason Hannigan. Ernie Williams Jr. They'll continue to go side by side. Hannigan very good on the low side through 3 and 4. Mason, listen to me. I know my way around the Knoxville Raceway. Get upstairs in 1 and 2. That's exactly what he does. And go back low through 3 and 4. Watch him close the gate. What are you doing, Mason? Jeez, get down low.
he was high, wide, and handsome there for a little bit.
He's going to be high, wide, and handsome once I just fence him. How about Siri going off on my phone? I didn't even come close to touching my phone, and Siri just wants to pipe up and be a part of the crew here.
4-way.
You ask Siri who's going to win.
Hang on.
He knows he got quiet there for a minute.
Siri, who's going to win the race?
I have results from multiple leagues.
Oh, she's got multiple leagues. Yeah, nothing about the Knoxville Raceway. Siri, you are useless. Don't ever come back. You are not welcome here anymore. Another evictee of the Ultimate Dirt TV crew. We don't have too many of those, thankfully.
Well, you know
taking
what?
a look. Go ahead, Steven.
Now, I was going to say, look at the 1K and that 3rd spot. That's really going to help Mason on this restart.
We were taking a look out of the rear end on those rear end cams a while ago. We're starting to see some of that Knoxville Raceway shine. The track's starting to slick off a little bit, but with only 3 laps to go, there you see it down there in the middle of the racetrack. Starting to see some of that shine that Knoxville Raceway gets throughout the end of the evening. It's still getting a little slick, but we still got some moisture up top.
That's where Peyton was running, up top all the way around. You see he's in the middle. He'll go up in the cushion right now, and not so much on the cushion, but you see that cushion building up. Look at this ledge coming up to the right here. Look at that. Look at how much. There. Yep. Look at how much that builds up onto the fence here at the Knoxville Raceway.
You got to be right up on it too.
You really do. Otherwise, it could be up and over the fence. Been over there a couple of times actually. I think I've pretty much covered every part of this racetrack, whether it's broadcasting or racing. I've been all over the shop. Anyhow, a green-white checker to come out here. 2 laps left to run for Peyton Greases. He will lead off at turn number 4. Mason Hannigan. Oh, look how peppy it. Jeez, hang on to it. Way to throw away a podium.
Well, that was Butts.
Who did I say?
He's in Garrett.
Yeah, he's in 5th. I meant Butts. I knew exactly what I meant. 3 wide. Oh, no. Steele and Hannigan. They'll come together. The white flag flies for Peyton Grease. Here in tonight's main event, Ernie Williams Jr. He should be able to hang on to 2nd. Brandon Steele in 3rd. Down into 3 and 4 for the final time, boys. Garrett Pepiat will go to victory lane here at the Knoxville Raceway. Ernie Williams Jr. home in 2nd, and Brandon Steele going to come home with the final podium position here tonight. And again, there goes the fireworks, boys. A sucker for pyro, you say. And boy, I love a good fireworks show.
And how about that run from Peyton Grease? Took the lead away in the middle of the race and then sped on. Ernie Williams Jr. coming home with a solid 2nd spot. Brandon Steele, man, he had a fight there. He fell back, then fought his way back forward. But, man, tough heartbreak for Devin Butts. Man, he was running there on the podium, and then he hit that inside berm, and there it went.
All right, well, we'll just await our podium to join us in the Discord, and since there's 3 of us here, well, we can do 1 each. And who's going to take who?
Who knows?
Whatever order they come in, I guess.
That's right. We'll just go. Well, we got Brandon Steele.
Yeah, I'll do Brandon.
All
Let me run down there.
All right, there you go, Steve. Get the mic, get on your bike, and let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming over the third spot tonight, car number, 5? Is that what it is? Yeah, car number 5 is Brandon Steele. Congratulations, sir. What a great run you had tonight. You fell a little back, came back up to finish third. Got a little contact in there with Mason Hannigan. So tell us how you presumed your night to be.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I felt like I had a car that probably could have won, but I got together early with Peyton. I think just kind of racing hard together and pushed me back a few spots and just kind of tried to stay somewhat patient, but it was a fast track, so you kind of had to move. And I think at the end, I don't know if we were going 3 wide down the straightaway. I kind of ran the bottom. I may have came up into Mason. If so, that's my bad, but I guess it was a good round.
Well, definitely a good run at the end. I mean, you got the results you wanted. I'm sure you wanted to win. I mean, we all want to win, but you came home in third, a top 3. Go ahead and tell us who your sponsors are, sir.
I got to thank SteelCycle.com, all the guys over at TSR, and Josh Flood for putting this on, and you guys for doing what you do. Thank everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming home in the third spot tonight, that is Brandon Steele. Now we're going to throw it over whoever has the second place finisher.
I'll go down and I'll get him. Ernie Williams Jr., that's not him. How about I grab the right guy, Ernie Williams Jr. Second spot tonight, buddy. You let me down. I picked you to win, and, well, tacky tracks suck, don't they?
Man, that thing was just coming in that last 3 or 4 laps there, Brett. Yeah. They don't suit me, you know what I mean? I'm like a guy that likes to let the track slicken off a little bit, you know, maybe just have 2 or 3 lines, but you know, not so much where the bottom's just so much more dominant than the cushion is, and that's what it was tonight. But that baby was close. Another 6-7 laps, I'd have been all right.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it almost looked like it took you a while to get going there. You had a couple of laps where you were battling with Mason, and then all of a sudden, you know, you restart behind him, and you get up to second, and laps just sort of got away from you there.
Yeah, I think him and Devin got into it a little bit down the straightaway right there past the flagman going into one, kind of opened the door. And then, like I said, sometimes you get in them races and sometimes the cautions, like the bottom was real good right there. And I was thinking in my head, because I've been in races where like they'll throw a caution, man, and you come back out and the bottom just be gone. I mean, it'll just disappear. So I was like, maybe that'll happen. Maybe I can get a good little run on the cushion. And like I said, that last green, white, checkered, man, it felt like it was there. But, you know, like I said, most of them guys were already in front of me. I was just content with 4th at that point. But they got in each other. I moved up to 2nd. We'll take it.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on second place run here tonight, the Knoxville Raceway. Another good result for you and the team, and we'll let you get out of here. But, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. We know there's plenty of people behind the scenes that make it all possible for you.
Absolutely. Give a shout out to Tim Nichols with Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. You, Brett, Ultimate Dirt TV, putting on the show, sponsoring the team and the car and stuff, and the guys back at Black Diamond Motorsports, all making it all happen. And hopefully we'll be out here next week and see you again, buddy.
All right, well done, Ernie, on second place here tonight. And, well, standing on the podium is Chris Dunn. He's chatting with our race winner here tonight.
And the Shark, Peyton Grease, your winner tonight. Fellow Hoosier, putting it in victory lane tonight. Hey, score 1 for the home team in Indiana, right, Peyton?
Oh, yeah.
It was a pretty good race there. You got the lead there early on. What was your strategy there at the start of the race?
Well, to be honest with you, when I saw they reset the track, I knew just go back to the qualifying set and just add some fuel and basically just hammer down and try to get as far ahead as I could and just buy some time. And I knew my set would come in with that slider line, and sure enough, it came in.
You know, you're from Hobstadt, Indiana. You know, definitely you got Tri-State Speedway right there in your backyard. I know you probably spent a lot of days watching races there. How much does that help your iRacing? You know, watching races down there, and then, you know, did you watch anything there, and do you put it towards your racing at all?
Yeah, actually, like the last couple of years, I've been helping out with a few non-wing teams and was able to go to the pits and learn from that. And then this year, I was able to get on a wing team, and we're going to head to Knoxville for a weekly for Hunter Schoenberg Premier Motorsports, and just learning a lot from there. You can just put some of it into iRacing in a way, but just mainly just knowing your lines in iRacing.
And you from being down in Southern Indiana, here's a chance to help out sponsors. Give Ted Brown a shout.
Yeah, Ted Brown, he's helped me since my go-kart days. I got to thank JDR Graphics, Hopshot Guzzlers, and everybody over at Hammerhead Sim Racing. You know, it's a new team we just started up, and my teammate Cody Gray has been dominating those Thursday night leagues with CLS, and feel like I need to step up.
All right, well, we appreciate you racing late with us tonight, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
That's the Shark, Peyton Grease, your winner tonight here at Knoxville.
All right, boys, that'll wrap us up here from the Knoxville Raceway. Steve, Chris, as always, been a pleasure having you in the booth, and such a quick night. We're looking at less than an hour done, and we're all done. 3 heats and a feature. Brett, just for you, we got to give BJ Duvall a shout out. 22nd to 13th. How about that? Never heard of her. All right, we'll give him a shout out. 22nd to 3rd. Apparently,
and it's only his second sprint car race in a month.
Oh God, jeez! Talk about beating a dead horse.
Let me get off of it first.
All right, well, that'll wrap us up here on Ultimate TV. Of course, big thanks to Wings Only Racing and, of course, Green to Checkered Racing as well for putting on these events here. Next week, it'll be 410s, no idea where. We'll let you know whenever we go live next week at, what time do we go live? About 1 a.m. is when we not even close. If it goes to the Chili Bowl, I will not broadcast. Anyhow, fireworks going off. Well done to Peyton Grease. Of course, big thanks to our sponsors, Wicked Cushion, World of Thunder Racing League, DirtFan.com, iRace Wraps, ISBC Broadcasting, and Critical Hit Baits. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the manager behind the scenes, and on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, Steve McMillan, Chris Nunn, and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say good night, and until next time.